Good afternoon, Matt. How's it going, man? Listen, just kidding. Listen, man. Dude, it sounds like your first day was really good. Why won't the phone's not staying? The phone's not staying. Lord help me. Hold up. Hold on now. Okay, there we go. Dude, it sounds like you had a great first day, which is awesome. What's going on, guys? I'm Taquin. I'm the second part of the homeschooler duo that's going to change zeitgeists. That's what we're going to do here at Bongo Youngsters. Matt, I have a confession to make, man. My classes don't start until February 18th, man. I just found this out. Like, I thought they were going to start 2 days ago. Turns out there's like a winter intersession that I didn't understand because we don't do this a lot. So if you're new to the channel, this is Matt and I, and we are both former homeschool kids. Every stereotype you can imagine. We've been through that, and now we're at a stage in our lives where we're trying to turn things around. And so we're both going to community college, in-person classes for the first time. I've been in community college, but I've been taking online classes, which is a whole nother ball game. You know, this like fear of being institutionalized is very subliminal, because I think Matt and I are both pretty social people now. That's the great part. You know, we've overcome that part of being isolated, but we both have this chip on our shoulder where it's like, inside we feel dumb as a brick, and low-key we are, right? And so that's like an insecurity, and that's what we're seeking to destroy. We're like, hey, listen, we're actually kind of smart, and we can do the school thing in person. So anyway, this channel is Matt and I facing that fear, going back to in-person classes for the first time essentially ever, since high school. Basically, I took online high school. I was just in a chair in a basement for most of high school, and then I tested out early, got my GED because I couldn't fucking take it anymore. Matt did like 1 year, I think, of in-person high school. Matt, you can correct me if I'm wrong or not, but beyond that, Matt's like homeschool life was a lot worse than mine. So we're just like a whole like concoction of fucked. Nice, dude. Yeah, so like I went to college. I'm 28. Matt, I think, is also 28, unless he's 29, which would be fucking crazy, because it kind of feels like we're still jits in many ways. I'll say that much. So I went to college for a little bit, but only online classes, with the exception of like a single study abroad that was a month long, which was like my initial attempt to break that fear and like expand my mind and try to be less fucking of like a, lonely crustacean. And it worked for a little bit, but I came back home, and just like the small town Matt and I are from, it's got that, it's like there's that standard small town shit, it like constricts your brain. You start moving fearfully, it sucks all the soirous out of your system. And yeah, so I just did like online classes after that, and then COVID hit, and then, everybody got fucking, scattershotted, one-shotted by that. And it was the same story all over again. I had like a YouTube channel that I was doing for a little while, and I was like, why am I doing all this school shit when I got this YouTube channel? And the reason why I was feeling like that is because the YouTube was like the only thing that kind of I ever found success in for a little bit. So I was like, this is what I have to do, even though what I was doing on that channel, my passion for it died when I was like a teenager. I was just doing it because it was a fucking, a job. Anyway, so yeah, listen, our whole shtick with this channel was Matt uploads, then I upload. You know, we do a little like vlog brothers type thing with our school experiences, our school days. But my classes don't start for like a fucking month. So I think I'm just going to be responding, Matt, I'm going to be responding to you and your day-to-day first month experiences. And then I'm going to hit the streets myself in a month. And I'm going to be like, okay, here's my experience. So the general idea is we do in-person classes kind of for the first time and legitimize ourselves. Even though you don't need to go to school to be legit. Everybody knows this. But for us cats, it's like a symbol. It's like a hurdle we have to overcome. We don't give a rat's ass about the institutions, right? The certificates. Obviously, these days that's not really meaning much. It can be helpful, and it probably will be, but it's the discipline, it's the routine. You know, I'm like violently ADHD. If I don't have a routine, I am in an acrid fog, which is where I just got back from. But I force myself to go to the gym. And that's like the only thing that drags me out of that. So like, but having a routine and like a place to go every day, you know, for work, I do like freelance stuff, work from home shit. So it's not good. Also trying to change that. Trying to get any job I can these days that's not freelance. Trying to get any job that is in the field of any kind. You know, I just asked the lady at the supermarket if I could get a job like cleaning fish. She didn't respond. She just looked at me like I was crazy. That's not a true story. I was going to ask her and then I chickened out because she's Filipino, and I got scared of like being a white boy asking to be a fish cleaner at an all Filipino establishment. So that's on me. I don't know why I'm moving fearfully like that. But you know, that's the whole thing, right? There's levels to what we're trying to overcome here. Woo, man, I feel funny. Woo. Anyway, Matt, much love, dude. I'm really happy to hear that your first day went well. I guess it's been 2 days now. You gotta upload another one. Of course, we don't gotta do this shit daily, but you know, it'd be kind of cool if we did. I got someone pulling up right next to me. They're gonna be like, holy crap, what's this guy doing in the car? What's he saying? Yeah. Yeah, Matt is signed up for like, okay, you know what? Let me talk about what classes I'm signed up for here. For when my classes do start. So I'm signed up for, I've got like one more required class because I've been taking them all online. Like I've been doing this, but only online. So I'm signed up for a fucking chemistry class, or not, like physical sciences. And then a bioanthropology class with like a lab attached to it. So like, having not gone to high school, my vision of that is like from the movies. Like everyone's in lab class with little beakers and shit, blowing shit up. That's what I'm picturing. It's like a 3-hour lab class. I'm signed up for that. And then I'm also signed up for the physical sciences class. That one is actually online, which kind of sucks. The whole point was to do all in person, but there was only an online version of that for some reason, like left when I went to register. I wasn't even that late to registering. And then I'm also signed up for a dance class and a yoga class because I need to get limber. If I don't get limber, I'm gonna crack in half. I'm gonna tell you that much. Like, I guess you could technically say the random debuff that you get at 25 has hit me, but really not that bad. I'm just overweight, you know? So this is another way of remedying that if I'm like forced to do little classes and shit. Because I go to the gym somewhat frequently, but I'm always like, I always fail to keep my own routine intact when it's only me responsible for it. You know, I have very steep peaks and valleys. I'm an all or nothing kind of guy. That's a car driving backwards at 40 miles an hour. Didn't know they did that. In the real world. All right, anyways, yeah, that's my backstory. Matt and I are best buds, and we are re-entering, we're getting educated. We're getting a clue. Understand that? We're getting a clue, and it's exciting. I'm excited. I'm dying to be a protege. So this is great. This is great. Oh man, it's 2026. I'm a grown-ass man entering community college. I would not be lying, or I would be lying if I said that I wasn't feeling a little bit silly. But that's just like, that's how life is. When you stunted, we were stunted from a young age, and now we're trying to be stunning. Nice. Okay, much love. I'll catch you later, Matt. Woo!